this is your last chance, and I mean your last chance to win this 700 horsepower supercharged Escalade, because by the time you guys are watching this, there's only hours left in this giveaway, and one of you guys is going to take this bad boy home, plus $20,000 in cash. It's 700 horsepower, supercharged V8, leather seats, big touchscreen radio, every single option you could think of. It literally has Super Cruise. It'll drive itself down the highway. This is one of the most awesome rigs I've ever driven. So you got hours left to get entered on this giveaway. Go to westonlikescake.com, get entered to win. We appreciate every single one of you guys supporting us with merchandise, and this is a cool way for us to give back by giving you guys awesome cars. So go to the website, get entered to win before it's too late. Let's get into today's video. Guys, I have an idea. Can you take a Cummins turbo diesel out of this full-size diesel pickup and come and swap a Japanese K-truck? This is one of the world's smallest trucks you can buy. Can we put a turbo diesel into it? I think so. I thought about this idea and I've put about exactly 10 minutes of thought into it. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but here's my idea. Japanese K-trucks are insanely small pickup trucks, right? That right there is where the engine sits on this thing. That motor maybe weighs 100 pounds. And we're gonna replace it with something that weighs 15 times as much as that motor. The engine we're gonna put in it is a 5.9 liter, 1,500 pound motor. Now you might be looking at that and think, where are you gonna put the 12 valve? And that's where that 10 minutes of thinking I just did comes in. See what I'm thinking here? I'm going to mount the engine in the bed backwards. That way it points forwards, and then we'll turn the transfer case down and point the rear drive shaft back into the axle, and we'll mount the whole engine in the bed. But the problem is, I think the engine is so big, it will take up the entire bed. And I also think this thing will probably do wheelies once we get it finished. These little K-trucks, they're designed like cab overs. I was thinking we could turn this into like a little mini semi, put some stacks on it, paint it a cool color. I think it might be the coolest K-truck anyone's ever built. So we paint this, get the engine out of that, and then try to fit that engine into this. How hard could it be? Have you guys heard the full idea for the K-truck yet?
Before we go too far, can we just make sure the drive shaft's gonna spin the rear end the right direction?
We'll just put it in reverse.
You'd only have one gear forward then.
That transmission in that truck only has reverse anyway.
I'd like to lay eyeballs on it just to be certain of it.
Like I said, I've put about 10 minutes of thought into this Cummins K-truck idea, and Wade's already coming at me with negativity about like the drive shaft might spin the wrong direction or not.
I've only put about 5 minutes of thought into it so far.
So my thought is we're gonna mount it in the bed, and then we're gonna take the transfer case that would normally run the four-wheel drive and just run what would be the front drive shaft. Wait, would it spin backwards? Okay, I didn't think this would fully through, did I? If I roll it forwards, what way does it spin? Yeah, so it goes which way?
Clockwise, going forward.
So it goes clockwise going forward. So if this thing was mounted backwards, then it would need to be going clockwise.
Well, it's gonna be right into there.
What happens if we mounted the diff upside down?
Yeah.
Would that work?
It would until it wouldn't.
I thought about mounting it in there backwards. I didn't think about rotations being reversed. Guys, we're running into some snafus with our 12 valve K-truck. We haven't even started. We need a whiteboard, hold on. Okay guys, we might have a solution here. And what we figured out is if you take the engine out of the Dodge engine's sitting in there and it spins the front diff counterclockwise, and we need it to spin clockwise because the K-truck wants to go that way and not that way. So if we take the rear differential and we flip it upside down, then it takes the clockwise to counterclockwise and it still goes the right direction. I've tried putting it on a whiteboard to figure it out, but I've got an idea to figure out once and for all if this idea is gonna work.
Tailgate off of this. They couldn't fix something else?
Just to fully explain the redneck science that we're getting ready to do, we can't tell if we flip the diff upside down, if it will go the right direction or not. So we're gonna flip a car upside down so we can see which way it goes after it's upside down. Seems like the most logical course of action. Spin both the wheels this way.
That's the Jeep going backwards.
But right. No, that's it going forward, so that's the Jeep. That's counterclockwise. Yes, it'll work! Dude, all we need to do is mount the diff upside down. Guys, here's my idea, right? The biggest thing about this truck, it was somebody's hunting vehicle at some point, so that it makes perfect sense on why it's painted this way. Now the thing is, it kind of sucks, is it's kind of a cool camouflage job, but the smokestack is red and it's coming swapped. Considering red is like for race vehicles and performance vehicles and high performance vehicles, I feel like this thing needs to be red. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sand this thing completely down, take out anything that we can take out, and we're gonna paint this bad boy red. And is it gonna look good? We'll find out. Guys, before we go ahead and start painting on the Japanese mini truck, we ought to get this thing pulled inside so the shop guys can get working on it. I bought this thing sight unseen on Facebook, lowballed the guy, and he said yes. Now, here's the advantage. Apparently the 12 valve runs really good, but the transmission that's behind it doesn't work very well. So I'm hoping that either we can use that transmission just long enough to drive our Japanese K-truck around, or we'll have to find a new transmission to put on it. Let's also check the transmission fluid. The transmission could just be low. It was just low. Transmission works fine now. Works good. Let's see if it goes in a second. Second gear? Dude, I bought this thing with a bad transmission. Third gear. Dude, there's nothing wrong with this truck. Man, that's kind of a shame. I almost wish there was more wrong with it. Now I feel bad about tearing it apart. This is like the third time I've bought a 12 valve truck and like the transmission's bad, and all that was wrong with it was just low. Everybody assumes, oh dude, transmission stopped working, it must be bad. We just did a burnout with this bad transmission apparently because it was just low on transmission fluid. I think while we get to painting on the K-truck, we'll have the guys start pulling the engine out of this thing. And then once we get the engine, transmission, transfer case out, we can clean this up, get the K-truck in here, and see if this will actually fit into the K-truck.
Have we even pulled a tape measure out to see if the thing that we want to put in it's gonna fit yet?
No, not at all. But we're painting it. Guys, to be fair, for those of you that's like, this is really dumb to paint it before you come and swap it, yeah, I know. But if I don't paint it now, I'm never gonna paint it. Once it drives, I'm taking off in it. That's how it goes. So I know myself well enough to know you gotta do these upgrades and incremental steps in the direction that you need to go for it to be a finished product at the end. Where we're at right now is, guys, this is the 12 valve that we pulled in here yesterday, right? And most of the stuff that holds the motor in is now removed. He got the radiator, intercooler out of the way, all the stuff in front of the motor's out of the way. We was gonna try to pull this without pulling the cab, but then I looked at it this morning when I walked in here, I'm like, that looks hard. So we're just gonna go ahead and pull the cab off of it. And then once that's done, we'll roll the whole frame out here. Then we'll grab the forklift over there and just lift the motor right out of the frame. I called a place to get the K-truck painted, right? And it was gonna be $2,000 to get that truck painted. I feel like I could go down to O'Reilly's, get everything I need to paint that truck for like 200, 300 bucks. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna go down to O'Reilly's, we're gonna get sandpaper, primer, and paint. Welcome to Weston's Body Shop. Guys, as you might know, I'm a fantastic soccer player. Actually, I'm not. I've actually never played soccer in my life, but here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take this soccer ball and kick it as hard as I can, and whoever catches it is going to win a prize. Oh, no! And Aaron wins it. Aaron, are you ready to receive your prize?
I'm ready.
You win $5.
That's it?
Well, since today's video is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, you can turn this $5 into $300 in bonus bets.
Thank you.
That's right, when new DraftKings customers bet $5 and win, they get $300 in bonus bets. But that's only if you use promo code HP Labs when signing up. And if you guys didn't know, DraftKings is the place to go when it comes to sports betting. You can place simple bets like which team you think will win, all the way down to how many passing yards a specific player will get during that game. So whether you're a casual sports fan or you like to get in the weeds of specific player stats, DraftKings has it all. If you want to try it out, check out their website or download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. And make sure you guys use promo code HP Labs. That way, if you bet $5 and win, you automatically get $300 in bonus bets. Thanks, DraftKings, for being today's sponsor. Let's get back to the video. Feel like I get some of this and some of this, and I rub it on it a whole lot, and then I'll make the paint that's on it a little bit more sticky. Then I'll put new paint on, it'll stick better. Me don't know what we're doing, but we're gonna get some stuff. How good a job are we gonna do painting this thing? I have no idea, but we're gonna give it a damn good try. All right, what's the damage? How much did we spend?
$197.89.
Under budget. We're
We
doing
don't,
good.
we don't usually accomplish that. That's
I know,
crazy.
we're doing good. So guys, we figured something out, right? We tried to tape some tape onto this thing and just realized it's very windy out here. So what we're gonna do is we have found a place, and I don't know why I didn't think of this before, that we can paint this bad boy. And some of you OGs the channel will know where we're going. We're gonna take this thing to the old shop because it has heat, it has lights, it has everything we need, and it's out of the wind, so it's warm enough for this paint to actually dry. We're gonna load this thing up on the tow truck. We're gonna head on down there and see if we can get this bad boy painted. I think we're gonna paint the bed first. And after we get the bed painted, we'll take and tape that off, and then we'll prime the whole truck, and then we'll paint the whole truck, and then we'll clear the whole truck. And it should look pretty good from 50 feet away. So, we got the base coat sprayed on this thing, and dude, does it look good or does it look good? He's mixing up the clear coat right now. We're gonna pour the clear coat in the gun, and from there, that's when you really know if you got a good paint job or a bad paint job, because the clear is one of those things. It's the final step. And if we get the clear coat on it and it looks good after the clear coat, we just let it dry, come back tomorrow, peel all the tape off, and boom, we went from a camouflage mini truck to a bright red shiny mini truck. Dude, look at the front of this thing. I don't want to brag too much, but dude, this thing is red and it's shiny. Look at that shine. Woo! It looks so much more awesome red than it did camouflage before. I will be honest, we did cheat a little bit because we had to get a little bit more paint than I originally bought. So we actually have about $350 in this entire paint job here, but 350 bucks for this, I'm happy with, considering they were gonna charge us like $2 grand to paint this thing at a shop.
Looks good.
Yeah, I've turned it into a zebra. Okay, we'll repaint that. Let's just edit that part out. Hey, Wade, would you like to come see this high performance vehicle I have out here? I can't tell if it's a good paint job or a bad paint job.
It's good enough.
What we're gonna do now is we've got the 12 valve in the shop. We're gonna pull it out. We gotta clean up the motor because the truck looks so good, the motor's gotta look good. And then we're gonna put them back inside the shop and figure out how we can get the 12 valve into the K-truck. I'm actually curious to just set the 12 valve in it and see what it does.
What if we all stand in the bed to mimic the weight?
I'm 175.
I'm 60.
Wade's 375.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wait, if we do that behind the tires, will it do a wheelie? I think the tailgate touched the ground.
You think we can lift it up?
What's this, Weston?
You put that piece of tape there.
No.
Nah, you put that there. Play the clip. Hey, who put it there?
Both of you put it there.
I think
All right, don't play the clip. That footage got corrupted. Everybody else is giving a rating on the paint job. I saved $1,600 by painting it ourselves. What do you give it?
It's a 10 out of 10. When you tell me the other prices, you can't beat that.
It actually turned out pretty good. I think we ought to paint more things.
Well, no, I wouldn't go too far with it.
Does your truck need painted? I'll paint it.
No, I think we're good with that. Nope.
No, I think we're basically a paint shop now.
So we're getting the old 12 valve cleaned up so that it looks beautiful in the back of our K-truck over here. This grease is being real stubborn, so Josiah broke out his steam cleaner. First time ever. So we're testing her out. So it turns out gunk on a 30-year-old 12 valve doesn't like to come off very easy. Now it's time to get on over to the old shop and slap some paint on this bad boy.
What are you doing?
painting super dirty motor. I've spent probably 4 hours altogether trying to clean it. There's still just oil and dirt everywhere. Now we're just painting over it.
Well, if you can't get it clean, paint it.
Exactly.
So this is where we're gonna put the engine, right? The bed of this is 70 inches long, 69 actually. To the back of this, it's about 93 inches, about right here. The whole transfer case, you'd have to about right here, all hanging off the back. We'd clock the transfer case straight down, dips down far enough to put a drive shaft there, and theoretically it works. Here we go. We'll pull all this junk out of here and lower it down again and start cutting out the back to wherever we're going to put a 12 valve Cummins engine at. That is so sketchy. The little mallet moves the whole wheel. When it was pushing on them, it was wanting to push the lift arm back, and then it obviously fall off. We'd all die. I want like an LS to fall on me, not a Japanese truck.
Die the American way.
There's a Big Mac in my hand. Once this stops draining, we'll set it down and start pulling it out.
So guys, this is a very, very good reference point, right? Wade went ahead and got the transmission and the engine out of the K-Truck, and this is the entire powertrain system out of the K-Truck, which is about the same size as the transmission on the 12 valve.
This is its transmission here, which is crazy, because that's the transfer case.
I about bet the engine, transmission, transfer case weighs more than the entire truck right now.
I kind of think so too.
Dude, I'm excited.
Yep.
While he's continuing working on the fuel system and the exhaust and stuff, I'll go ahead and start doing the thing I love doing, which is wiring. Actually, hate wiring. But we'll put the batteries in it, get some battery cables ran, and then we should be ready to rock and roll as far as electrical goes. 14th thing to do on that list over there is do a wheelie. The best way to do a wheelie is have as much weight at the back as possible. So, boom, here's where the batteries are gonna go. The question is, do we ratchet strap them down or do we actually make a battery tray? How about we play rock, paper, scissors?
If I win, battery tray.
If I win, we ratchet strap them down.
Right, on shoot.
1, 2, 3, boom. Ooh, ratchet strap it is. Sorry, it's not us, it was the universe that decided. Look at that.
Bad boys ain't going nowhere.
Bet NASA would look at that and be like, damn, we wish we could have quality like that.
What are you welding?
An intercooler. I'm putting these thingies on these things.
We'll cut that square out so the intercooler tube can go down there in 90, and it'll run right along the bottom of the bed. It'll come right here. In front of this exhaust, it'll go right here, and that's where the intercooler will be. Hello. This is gonna be the intercooler mount for the K-Truck. It's gonna go from like the bottom of the frame to the bottom of the intercooler. You'll see it in a couple seconds. We're kind of limited on room, so I'm gonna cut these top mounts off and it'll be mounted on the bottom only. And this will go up above the frame rail basically, and the boost tube will come out from there.
We got a list of things we need to finish for this thing. Needs transmission cooler mounted, transmission lines ran, still got to figure out a shifter. But here's the good news, right? We have a 12 valve with a transmission and a transfer case bolted into this K-Truck. And look at that, there's a drive line that runs the transfer case. All we gotta do now is make it run, start, and drive. Wade's not here, so I have a decision to make. Do I build this as good as he would build it, or do I zip tie it?
I think you already have your answer.
You're right. Hand me the zip ties. This thing, too floppy. See that? Do an angle of the dangle deal down here. Just quits the flop. I like to try to explain things in simplest terms as I can. Hi. How are you? What's up? See this? This may look like a crooked piece of metal to you, but if you stick it right up here, now it's a transmission cooler mount. Oh, see that? No more floppy. I gotta hook an AN line here and an AN line there. I can go right there. And this doohickey. I don't know where all these doohickeys are gonna go. Oh, shit, that might work. Ta-da! Transmission cooler lines are made.
Mounting the shifter.
I don't want to get you too excited here, but we have officially come and swapped a K-Truck. Dun, dun, dun! So we got this thing started. I primed up the fuel system yesterday and literally just looked at the key and the thing fired right up. And while you guys wasn't looking, we've done a few secret upgrades to this thing. All right, hit it. Oh, dude! She looks bad to the bone. We also got these tires and wheels from Fitment Industries. These come packaged, balanced, mounted, everything. So we're gonna throw these on there real quick, and they're way wider than the tire that's on it. The tire that's on is probably this wide, so we got maybe 30% more stopping power. Now there's a 12 valve Cummins in the back of this K-Truck, and it should power it and make it drive down the street, right?
I think so.
Yeah, there's a very good chance it might work. Oh, dude. Did it, that's badass. Oh yeah, you almost got it. You almost got it. Almost. There you go. Almost.
Not even moving, is it?
No, but I was giving you motivation. All right, I'm gonna hold some pressure to it. You wanna tap on it? There it goes. Ta-da! Got it! Dude, it looks good. It looks really good. That's the perfect amount of poke. It's basically a NASCAR. That's what it looks like, that big tire on it. Guys, I ordered these Cummins logos like 3 years ago when we first come and swapped our first thing, which is our Cummins swapped F350. And ever since then, they've been sitting in the center console of that truck because I never got around to putting them on. But now we've got the perfect excuse to use them. And obviously, in case no one noticed, what's back here, we've got to tell them. All right, so where do we think? Like right there? That ain't going nowhere. Oh, dude, it looks sick. The paint job looks so much better in the dark. Well, guys, the K-Truck has its underglow. It's got its new wheels on. It runs, it drives. You know what that means? It's time to take this thing for a spin. All right, so obviously this thing is basically a miniature semi, so I gotta be repping and I gotta have the right attire. There we go. Oh, dude. Oh, it looks so sick! This might be the best thing we've ever built. Hands down, one of the best things they ever built.
God dang, that looks sick.
Dude, 5.9 liter, 12 valve K truck. My God, I love being American. You know what? I tried it. Here, hold on to my cowboy hat. Just not gonna work. Oh, they say if you go to westernlikeskate.com and buy merchandise, you'll look 30% cooler to women. I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying that's what they say. That's what they say. Hopefully the transfer case don't break. I really want to try to wheelie it. I shouldn't, but I want to try. All right, guys, if it breaks right now, this is gonna be the end of the video, but hopefully it wheelies. Come on. Ready?
Ready?
I think it might do it. We really should be driving this down the street before we try to do this, but. Oh my God! Tell me a wheelie!
Dude, you went like 4 feet off the ground.
Did I what? Did I really? Holy shit, felt badass. I gotta do that one more time. By the way, when it starts to wheelie, there it goes. I think it popped into 2-wheel drive. That we broke the transmission.
This is the transfer case shifter. So we're just finding 4 low or 4 high.
Oh, there it goes.
Might be in low now.
All right, let's try wheeling one more time, shall we?
That didn't sound good.
I think we might have broke it. That was not a good noise. That was really not a good noise. I'm gonna stop trying to wheelie it. I feel like I've already wheelied it enough. Oh yeah, there we go, we're good. All right, get in, let's take it for a drive. That didn't sound good. I think we might have broke the transfer case. So guys, by the way we're using the transfer case is not the way you're supposed to use a transfer case at all. Do we strip the planetary out of it?
That's what I'm wondering.
That's weird. We drove it pretty easy, to be honest. I don't know why that happened. I knew this thing wasn't no good. The guy said the transfer case was good with 300,000 easy miles on it. And look at this. We'll try to put it in here and do wheelies in a K truck and the damn thing breaks. Give it a push. Maybe it's in a flat spot on a gear. Ah!
Let's go.
There we go. She's just in she's in a hard spot. That's fine. Well, I don't know if we can stop now, but so let's enjoy our first test drive of the K truck. Let's see how she's going. There's first gear. Oh, there's second gear. You know, it's actually driving pretty good.
Dude, it's comfy.
It's not bad. Oh, that's a little rough. Dude, this actually drives pretty good. Like for a Cummins swap K truck, right? For something that shouldn't be this well to drive, drives pretty good. I think we gotta work on the gearing a little bit because it's a bit slow. This is about as fast as it'll go right now. boy. Ooh. That's not good. Well, guys, I think we've officially broken the transfer case on the Cummins K-Truck because it made a really, really, really bad clank, and now it doesn't go into any gear. So,
You know, it'd be nice if we could like enjoy it. Like we could have saved the wheeling for another day.
yeah, I know, but that was the whole point. We built the K-Truck was to see if it would wheelie. It may not seem like this was a mission successful, but it is. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fix this with a new transfer case, and we'll be back. Guys, thank you for watching the video. We're trying to reach 7 million subs this year. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We will see you guys next week.